a dream again last night. Lost in a labyrinth of ill-lit alleys, red neon sign on a wall, arrow flickering on-off, buzzing. It led me to a bar. Empty, but for the blonde in a red dress, sat on a stool, her back to me, nursing a drink. She turned to me.
Buy me a drink.
You've got a drink.
Vodka.
She finished her drink and held the glass out to me.
He's not here, whoever you're looking for. This place is always empty.
I went behind the bar and looked for vodka on a cramped shelf of bottles, found it, and poured her a drink. As I went to put the vodka back, I saw a bottle with a carved crucifix inside. I lifted it out and looked at it. Then I looked at her.
What's this?
She had her compact out and was powdering her pale face.
What?
I showed her the bottled Christ.
It's carved from soap. Ratched made it when he was on segregation in prison. You want it. If you want it, steal it.
I took her drink across. She clipped her compact shut.
That's 20.
20?
For the drink.
She dropped the compact in her bag and with a corrupt smile raised her glass to me.
You looking for Ratched?
Yes.
What did he say?
Go to a bar. Talk to a woman in a red dress.
I'll take you to him.
The old Mercedes growled through the sleeping city. She sat beside me, her mouth a scarlet gash.
Slow down. Stop under that streetlight.
Where is he?
The darkened doorway. Show him the money. Throw it out.
I took a bundle of notes from a pocket and threw them on the pavement. Ratched stepped from a shop doorway. A black dog walked obediently to heel. She whispered,
"Be careful."
The dog walked ahead of him, picked up the money in its jaws. Dogs. I hate dogs. We set off again. The dog sat in the back seat, its head out of an open window. Ratched sat beside it. I checked him in the rear-view mirror. He had a stave of music tattooed on his neck. He turned to the woman.
He's not going to wear his tongue out talking.
He said business.
Does he know my business?
Ask him.
He looked at me in the mirror. He had fish-scale eyes.
So, what do you want?
I want you to kill someone.
Who?
Me.
Tom! Thomas! Turn it down!
Lovely, isn't it?
Turn it down!
Oh, wonderful voice!
Please, Tom!
Luelitar! Sibelius!
Turn it down!
It's not loud.
That's loud!
Thomas!
Bought you those French cafe songs you said you liked.
How many CDs did you buy?
CDs?
How many?
2 or 3.
There must be at least 20.
You want me to put on the cafe songs?
What else have you bought?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, not a thing.
There's a new computer downstairs.
That's for you.
I don't need a new computer.
Yes, you do. You know you do.
You're going high again.
I'll put the songs on.
Are you listening to me?
I had a dream last night.
Listen to me.
No, there was this woman in a red dress. We were in a car.
Calm down.
Not my car, an old beaten up Mercedes. Radio ripped out, wires hanging down. She went to open the glove box. I tried to stop her. Dozens of unopened letters spilled out
I'm going
onto
to
the
ring
floor.
your doctor.
Don't you dare!
You told me to. Whenever you were...
Don't you dare do that!
You're not well, Thomas.
If you had a red dress, we could act it out. Not in the car, in the bar where I met her. She was blonde. You could wear a wig.
Hello?
How is he?
Oh, Peter, thought you were away.
I came back early, just in case.
You must have a sixth sense.
Well, I've known him since forever.
He hasn't slept for 3 days.
Fizzing again?
Pacing, talking to himself, playing music all night, recording what he calls his mood diary. Tapes all over the place.
He played me part of one over the phone. Bizarre. Shall I come round?
He gets so confused. Maybe later? Tomorrow?
Tell him I'm coming. He might calm down.
Thank you.
What are best friends for? Bye.
Bye.
I was sitting in the waiting room, waiting. She came in and sat opposite. A remote, absorbed look, senses blunted by medication. Blinked continuously. I noticed she was wearing scarlet patent leather shoes. She took cigarettes and a box of matches from her pocket and, with shaking hands, lit one. And the shaking spread from her hands through her body like a virus. And then the boy came in, holding up a pair of trousers too big for him. No belt, flies open, a glimpse of penis. He was wearing a pink, wide-brimmed woman's hat. He looked at me with a like-me smile. I smiled back. And then he turned to the girl, posed in his ascot headwear. She totally ignored him. He left, clutching his trousers. Gonna write it down.
What are you writing at the moment?
Trying to write.
Another book?
It's about two realities, one superimposed on the other. A hidden society. Not a distortion, but a heightening of our own. A sort of miniature mirror image where everything is concentrated, more intense, more bizarre, no less real. Becomes frightening because it's so similar to our own world. Explores the lies we make into myths, the price we pay for self-deception.
The space it occupies is abstract?
Well, it has the same roads, same houses, but it's not actually... You have to pass through... No, not abstract. There's an old man dressed in black, walks with a cane, and with the tip of his cane touches the ground, it leaves flecks of blood.
Why have you stopped taking the medication? Are you managing to work?
I have to pick the time when I'm coming out of a depression. I can't work when I'm... I don't go high like happy high. I get agitated, confused, nervous. The ideas come so fast, so many different... There comes a point when I can't work. I just can't get the ideas down. And what I do write is rubbish. I have to pick that in between, the end of a depression, before I go high again. And a few weeks, if I'm lucky. The medication, it just... I can't get in touch with my emotions.
All long-term treatment is a trade-off between the benefits gained and possible costs, side effects. You have to learn to live within a narrower range of emotions.
I can't live that way. I can't work. I can't. If I could, I would. Oh, I'm terrified of going too far up or down, of losing myself. I've got to find out where I can go without medication. I must keep trying. I think you've got to keep trying.
He's with his psychiatrist.
Thank you. Ravens on a battlefield.
What?
That's what he calls them, psychiatrists. You know, Tom, poetic abuse.
I can't get through to him. He's locked inside himself.
That's a scary place to be.
He didn't come home last night. I was worried sick. When I asked him about it, he said he'd been in a hotel.
Are you sure he wasn't fantasizing?
I saw the bill. Nearly £500.
Ooh, you've got to give it to him. He's got style.
I don't know who he was with. He gets promiscuous.
I didn't.
No?
No.
It's part of the illness. He shrivels with guilt afterwards.
Disgusted. Please burn me.
Peter?
What is it, Lizzie?
Did I wake you up?
What's happened?
I'm sorry. Tom has been sectioned again.
Why?
He tried to steal a lorry. He told the police he was going to the supermarket to fill it with food and then drive to Africa. He wouldn't go with them until he recited a poem. They took him straight to St. Mary's.
Still up on his cross. Will they let us see him?
Not for a couple of days. He's not coherent at the moment.
He rang me 11 times yesterday, playing those tapes.
He wants me to buy a red dress and a blonde wig.
What for?
To act out a recurring dream he has about this woman he meets in a bar.
Oh, we shouldn't laugh.
Can't help it with Tom.
Another chapter for his book.
I'll let you know when we can visit.
I thought you weren't coming.
The car wouldn't start.
There were 2 chairs. 2 chairs. Where's the other chair?
I went to the ward.
2 chairs.
And the nurse told me you
2
were here.
chairs!
Don't shout.
Not shouting!
Nice, isn't it, your own room? You have the chair, I'll sit on the bed.
Let's find that other chair.
Oh, no, don't. Please, Tom, come and sit down. I'm quite comfortable. Why have they put you in here?
So they can lock me in. At night, said I was disturbing the ward.
Were you pacing? You must be exhausted. Have you been able to sleep?
Waste half your life sleeping. This is Raymond.
Raymond?
From Malta.
I don't think I know Raymond.
He sleeps with an open Bible over his
Thomas.
face. Doesn't move in the morning.
Tom?
In the morning, still there, the Bible. Exactly like it was.
Stop pacing, please.
Stop moving, I'll die.
Come and sit down. How's Michael? Come and sit down and tell me how Michael is.
We sing hymns.
Do you?
In the toilets. Early. Me and Michael.
How early?
4 o'clock.
No wonder they want to lock you up.
Have I told you about the balloons, haven't I?
No.
Jill and Tony sent me a dozen. Red and silver hearts. They let me go with the nurse over to the children's ward. I tied them on the ends of their beds.
All the way over to the children's ward.
Red and silver with red ribbons.
That was kind of you.
Do you remember Christine?
Pretty girl?
She's dead.
Are you sure?
Drowned herself.
So
She's going to come and see me.
sad.
Do you want a cup of tea?
No, not really.
Won't take a minute.
I need to talk to you about something.
We're allowed in the kitchen.
Dr. Spencer asked me to talk to you.
What when your car start?
Thomas, listen to me. Dr. Spencer, you trust him, don't you? Do you remember the last time you were in here, 6 months ago? They gave you ECT, do you remember? You were out of hospital a week later. They want to give you some more.
Get me out of here, Lizzie.
I can't, sweetie.
Why not?
You were sectioned.
I can hide in your car.
Thomas, listen to me. You want to go home?
Tonight.
Maybe not tonight, but very
Tomorrow,
soon.
then.
In a few days. I promise.
You promise?
I can tell Dr. Spencer? Can I tell him?
Why was I sectioned?
I bought you some figs. They're in the car. Peter's with me. He wants to see you. Shall I send him up with them?
How is he?
Better than he was.
Is he sleeping?
They put him in a side room
To help him sleep?
to lock him up at night.
What's he been doing?
He woke up the ward, pacing, talking.
The voices.
His psychiatrist wants to try ECT.
Oh, Christ.
No, but it's worked before.
It's just so medieval.
Dr. Spencer wants Tom to agree to have it. Try to get him to talk about it.
I better get going. They'll be waiting for me.
Figs.
Boy, or maybe about 20, brought in late one night. All he had on was a blue overall. It was rail thin, big boots, string laces, no socks. His front teeth were broken.
Why don't you take the chair? I'll sit on the bed.
Epileptic, you won't believe this. He goes all over the country, by train, riding in the space between the carriages. He'd had a fit, fell from the train, smashed his teeth. I call him the rider.
If you don't sit down, I'm going.
Is Lizzie okay?
Not really. What do you expect?
Has she said anything?
She works all day. Here every night. It's hard for her.
They want to zap me. The Frankenstein mob.
If it gets you better.
She'd been crying.
There were a few tears in the car coming here.
I'm going to calm down. Try to sleep. I know how to beat this. Tell Lizzie.
I will.
Tell her.
I will.
Yeah, since I came back from the hospital, I've been so low. Searching for the other half of myself. That man who lives inside another man. Hardly slept. Maybe an hour. Less. This morning's wild. Spiky. And grey. Lizzie left last night. No warning, just up and left. I was at a group. All the usual suspects, the sinful and the sufferers. Look for a note. Like you would with a suicide. No note. I was surprised because Lizzie's not like that. Uncaring. So then I found a message on my answering machine.
I'm so sorry, Tom. I had to leave. I can't do it anymore. I've got nothing left. I can't deal with your... what do I call it? Illness. So much more than that. The last few weeks have been so stressful, more than ever before. In your heart of hearts, you know that. I don't think you realise just how painful it is seeing you in your... what is it you call it? Your carnival of despair. Please don't try to contact me. I'll ring you in a few days. I'm not coming back, Tom. Don't forget you're seeing that psychologist on Thursday.
I remember 2 years ago when I first met Lizzie. The cafe was almost empty. She sat sipping iced tea, lost in the idleness of a hazy, drained day. I was eating a fig. I turned and smiled at her. She looked away.
Do you like figs?
I'm sorry?
Some people don't.
I held one out to her.
They're my favourite fruit.
She took the fig, still warm from my hand. I left my table and sat down beside her as she bit into it.
Good? I'm Thomas.
Oh, sorry. Mouthful of fig. Lizzie.
Did you know that the Chinese call dreams the hidden language of God?
I don't dream.
Everybody dreams.
I don't.
You want another iced tea?
No, thanks.
Another fig?
I haven't finished this one.
Another life?
You're a strange man.
I've got to go now. Can we meet again? Tomorrow? Same time, same place?
Well, yeah, if you...
Cherries.
Cherries?
My second favourite fruit.
Oh.
We met at the same time, same place, the next day. She brought cherries.
Is this a date?
I suppose it is, technically. Are you married?
No. Are you?
No. And no.
No and no.
Not married, not attached. There was someone once.
What happened?
He went to Canada.
And you didn't?
I didn't.
Are you lonely?
Sometimes.
I tried to shape my loneliness.
I don't understand.
Use it.
How?
As a sort of bereavement. And people don't quite know what to say to you. These cherries are good. You're not going to have them?
Well, I never know what to do with the stones.
Will you do something for me?
If I can.
Open some letters.
I sat there suddenly wishing I hadn't asked her, feeling as though a way out was lost to me. I knew this was the decisive moment. If I tried to explain why I'd asked her, she would ask herself if she really wanted to get involved with a man so clearly damaged.
There must be hundreds.
Not hundreds.
At least 100.
Yeah, I got a bit behind.
A bit?
I know.
Why don't you open them?
Oh, when I go to open a letter.
You can tell me.
It's as if people are posting me their thoughts.
You want me to open them for you?
How would you?
I'll sort them out. Bills, personal, junk mail, bank statements.
2 weeks later, Lizzie moved in with me. New beginning. Fresh start. Feeling dangerously happy. She's very beautiful. Something surprising about beauty. Like snow coming out of the dark. The more I get to know her, the more she amazes me. My oddness doesn't seem to threaten her. Though she's more alone in the world than she'd thought. Lost in life's glare. Can't think why she's with me. Maybe she's looking for a little shade.
She would make me touch her. In all the forbidden places. I can still remember the smell of her flesh.
How old were you?
6. I was 6 when it started.
Why do you think she did that? Well, you must have thought about it.
It didn't seem out of place.
In what way?
Normal.
When did you realize it wasn't normal?
Later.
How much later?
Later.
Did you want to touch her?
No.
Okay. You knew it was wrong?
Yes.
Well, how did you know?
Because it was so secret, so hidden.
From whom?
Well, from everyone. We were always alone in the house.
Did you tell anyone?
My sister.
What did she say?
She didn't believe me. I haven't told anyone else for 30 years.
Why are you telling me?
I needed to know how it would sound, how the words would come out.
Why me, Thomas?
How I'd feel when I told you.
Because I'm a woman?
I have a shaming difficulty with forgiveness.
You think you need to forgive your mother? Why do you have to forgive her? Perhaps to forgive yourself? What do you have to forgive yourself for, Thomas? It wasn't your fault, none of it. You were a child.
When I think of her, I always think of her, someone walking away.
From you?
From everyone, everything.
But mostly from you?
I suppose so.
Your mother was very religious. Well, it says so in your notes.
Yeah, she used to talk to God.
What else?
Write all over her Bibles. So much writing, you couldn't read it. She would shout through people's letterboxes looking for her father.
How old were you when she died?
I was 13.
How did you feel?
Free.
It says in your file that your mother was highly intelligent.
And my mother was sharpened, not blunted by madness.
You think of your mother as mad?
I have to blame someone. Wait to face another day. Feel almost human for 5 minutes. Less. And then the dread of the day sets in. Shutting down. Shrinking. My clothes don't touch my skin.
Tom? I know you're there. I'm going to keep ringing until you answer. I saw Lizzie yesterday.
You say you were 8 when you had your first depression.
Just.
8? That's very young. Do you remember much about it?
Oh, every detail. As if it were yesterday. 7 of us squashed in a big old car Dad borrowed for the day, singing our way to the seaside. The sun hot on the roof. The dusty windows. Faint smell of oil. A stone in the tyre.
How did you feel?
Oh, this aching emptiness. Everything appeared frozen, colourless.
Were you frightened?
I didn't know what to do. Oh, the gulls shrieking.
Hurt?
Oh, I was physically hurt. The kids squealing as the tide chased them up the beach. I felt as though I was slowly sinking into the sand.
This is where I first met Thomas. He was eating figs.
Tom and his figs. He once bought I don't know how many fig trees in pots. They were all over the house.
How long have you known Thomas?
We were at school together.
What was he like then?
He was either roaring round the playground making a nuisance of himself or sat in the darkest corner he could find.
Didn't they realise he was ill?
The teachers just thought he was odd. He was clever, really clever. Clever kids can get away with being odd.
Didn't his family realise?
They were odd too, especially his mother. The doctor said he was hyperactive. He would grow out of it.
Have you seen him?
He's gone to ground. Won't answer the phone. Won't open the door. The 2 years with you have been his most stable.
I had to leave.
I know.
I couldn't go on.
That wasn't fair of me. I'm sorry.
He's seeing a psychologist. A woman.
That should be interesting.
The bipolar group helps him. He's always calm after one of those meetings. There he can speak openly, he doesn't have to explain, doesn't have to be careful, be guarded. You know, Thomas, he does love to talk. Needs to talk. There are moments so brief you can hardly catch them. When you can see past the words, see inside him how vulnerable he is, how frightened, alone.
Even when you were there?
Tom is the loneliest person I've ever known.
If you'd like to see him,
no.
I could... Away from the house?
No. This room, my room. Lizzie called it a den. Sparsely furnished, no pictures on the walls, no ornaments on the shelves, no plants, no carpets. A scuffed leather armchair dominates the centre of the room. Round it, on the floor, are strewn books, newspapers, magazines, pads and pencils. The bareness of the room suggests someone in transit. When I leave, each time I leave, I carefully check the details. The set of the chair, the folds in the curtains, the page number of an open book. And on the desk, a collection of artless objects. A silver bulldog paperweight, a small china fox, 2 plastic elephants, a cheap tin atlas calendar. I lightly touch each in turn, photographing their exact position with my fingers. Friday's Amy Day. Remember, Emmy? Remember? When we were kids, sitting on the stairs, listening. Their voices arguing. Then the blows. You'd screw your eyes shut and cover your ears. I couldn't move. Remember, Emmy? Remember? She'll be waiting for me, sat by the window in her best dress, made up like a parrot. Check the car. See no one's tried to steal it. 1 matchbox under the front wheel, 1 under the back. Paranoia is true perception. I drive that road every Friday. It's my road. I know every tyre mark. Get to the hospital. That marginal world, the land of locked razors. Each visit still fills me with dread. And then she comes, squeezed into a wheelchair too small for her. Her slumped posture exaggerates the obesity of her body. The front of her dress stained with food. Her once pretty face a mask of makeup. Her hair headed.
Sorry I'm late. Terrible traffic. Want to sit in the shade? Shall we go and sit under that tree?
I'm going to have a talk with you. They've stolen that address book you gave me, you know. They've stolen everything.
Right, shush.
They wouldn't let me have any dinner. I told them I'd run out to the gate. I'll sleep here. I won't go back.
This is the only dress I could...
Oh, lovely. I'll wear that tonight. I went to get my money and he plays the bloody mouth organ outside.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Listen, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I think very quickly. Now listen, what hand do you write with? That one, don't you? What hand do you wear your watch? There, right? Why do you wear your watch on that hand?
Because I'm right-handed.
See, I always wear my watch on this hand. I'll tell you why. I always have done. Don't forget I'm an ex-bank clerk. Do you know what she said to me? Get up to bed, patient. Kick me up the stairs. Well, I don't like that. I'm sorry. I've been nice to that Brenda to try and get her to pull herself together. She dug her thumb right in my eye.
I'm sure she didn't mean it.
She pulled all my eyelashes out.
I don't think she meant it. We all have accidents. I mustn't think some things people do are intentional.
Don't forget, I had 60 people older than me under me. She says to me, we're all not in the bank now. Get up to bed, patient. Kick me up the arse.
You seem better.
I'm out of the wood.
Is that a man or a woman?
Woman. She's not shouting. She don't talk. I've got to be careful.
Why?
That nurse I reported, he's written saying he's going to kill me.
Oh, don't be daft.
That's what he said. That barrel hit me on the head, took my wheelchair. When I move my head, I can hear something go ping in there.
No one's going to hurt you.
I'm all right when I'm with you, but when I'm with other people, I'm frightened. They're all mad.
I'll take you down to the Cedars. Buy you something.
Do you reckon these shoes will fit me?
They're not wide enough, are they?
They're nice, though. What I'm looking for is a nice little navy blue handbag.
You've had all the handbags, haven't you?
Well, you've got to look suitable.
You've got to look suitable. Poor love. I wonder if she realises how she looks, how she sounds. Deep inside that grotesque is a wonderful person. Bright, clever, funny, open-hearted. What do those fathomless eyes see now? Part of a terrifying truth about herself.
Write a list. I do need a drink.
I can't get too much.
I desperately need a drink.
Right, you need some drinks.
They pinched my nail varnish remover, so I bought another one. They pinched that. You know they sniff it, drink it as well if they're thirsty.
Right, what else?
Some cheese. Oh, and I'd like a weekly rag.
Paper.
I'm cutting down on my food, you know. I mustn't have salt with anything, and they don't have fresh fruit over there.
Drinks, cheese, paper. What else?
What else is there?
You want some crackers?
Crisps.
No, you mustn't have crisps.
I won't have any tea. I've not had any dinner.
Crisps have all got salt in them.
All got what?
Salt.
I'll have 2 Scotch eggs.
What, they won't have Scotch eggs, will they?
Yes, they will. I can eat Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs.
Maybe I should get the car, take her home, let her live with me. You'd last a week. Then we'd both be back in there.
There's your newspaper. 5 drinks, some cheese, 2 Scotch eggs. Oh, and I got you some quavers.
Very nice.
Do you want me to wheel you back?
I'll stay out here for a while.
I'll see you next week.
Kiss, kiss.
She looked up at me and smiled like a child. In that smile I could see loss, loneliness, regret. I bent and gently kissed her.
These sessions, what are they?
They give you an opportunity.
Not just me, everyone who goes through this ritual of unhappiness.
Is that how you see it?
The shame,
Yes,
the isolation, the feeling of worthlessness.
Is that what you feel?
I can't remember how many psychiatrists and psychologists I've sat with who are pretending to listen.
You don't think I'm listening?
You sit there with my life between brown cardboard covers. How can you know what it's like day after day, year after year, to be treated as a set of symptoms that must be managed?
I am not the enemy, Thomas.
Then who are you?
Why are you here if you have such a low opinion of us?
I promised someone.
A friend?
I gave my word. Yes, a friend. More than a friend. Much more.
Well, tell me.
She kept me sane for the past 2 years. If she were here, she would...
What?
Tell you more about me than I can.
Well, perhaps I should talk to her.
No.
You don't want me to?
No, she wouldn't.
It's important to have a friend. A partner who listens to you, accepts you, with whom you feel secure.
She left.
Do you see her?
No.
Did you try to see her?
She asked me not to.
What happened?
Just wore her out.
In what way?
You must know.
I want you to tell me. Tell me.
I'd lock her out of my life. I wouldn't come home, sometimes for days. She never knew where I was, or who I was with. When you're manic, you get sexually charged, promiscuous. Poor Lizzie. She was living half a life.
What are you reading?
Lizzie! Lizzie!
Can I sit down?
Yes, please. Please, of course.
How are you?
Oh, up and down like a yo-yo. You?
I'm sharing a flat with Sarah.
Yeah, you left some clothes.
Yes. I'll come and collect them sometime.
I could bring them round.
No, I'll pick them up. How are you getting on with Dr. Klein?
Can we talk about something else?
Oh, I didn't mean to.
No, you didn't. It's just, I'm becoming defined by this bloody illness. Oh, hello, yes, this is Thomas. He's a manic depressive.
I understand.
I'm starting to live the illness.
If you understand.
No, she's different. She listens. Can't remember how many doctors I've had, but I can remember those who've actually listened. Most of them are too busy reaching for their prescription pads.
What's she like? Grey hair, comfortable shoes?
No, not at all. She's rather stylish, actually. Yeah. She asked me about you.
What did you tell her?
What I could.
That we'd...
Yeah.
That I had...
Yeah, she wanted to see you.
You told her what?
No, it wouldn't be possible.
How's Amy?
Buying handbags.
How many has she got now?
Oh, God knows. They're all over her room. 30, maybe 40. As Amy would say, you've got to look suitable.
I'll go and see her.
She'd like that.
Next week.
Lizzie, I'm so sorry.
I know.
About everything.
I know. I'd better go. Things to do.
Yes.
I'll ring you to pick up the clothes. Look after yourself.
You too. You too.
Back from seeing Amy, found a letter had been slipped under the door. Stood for some time just looking down at it, then snatched it up. Went into the den, checked the chair, checked the curtains, checked the pages of the open book, go to the desk. Bulldog, fox, elephants, atlas. Nothing's been moved, there have been no intruders. Sat at the desk looking at the letter. Turned it over, saw that part of the flap had come unstuck. I picked at it. I opened a small section, tried to see inside. A whispering woman's voice came from the letter. I slammed both hands down on it, trying to stop the voice coming out. Snatched it up, tore it in half. The voice doubled. One slightly after the other. Like, the tick of 2 clocks.
There were eggshells everywhere.
Eggshells?
He must be living on eggs. All that was in the fridge were boxes of eggs.
You seemed quite calm when we met in the cafe. Too calm.
The dream again. Park the car, walk through a maze of back streets.
Arrived at a small hotel, Entered. Pressed the bell at reception. An old woman appeared and gave me a key. Searching for my room, 344. The sequence of numbers on the doors, illogical. Finally find it and enter. Sat, slumped on the side of the bed. A quiet tap at the door. I got up and opened it.
Hello, Thomas.
The woman in red?
Not this time.
The woman in black?
Can I come in?
What do you want?
I've been here before. To this sad hotel.
I closed the door and watched her as she inspected the room like an expensive whore.
To this room. Some time ago, a woman, quite young, her husband had been killed in a plane crash. She couldn't live without him. She needed somewhere anonymous. We talked for a while. She had a gun. This gun. Her husband bought it for her. She was often alone.
She laid the gun on the pillow.
She left no note. She had grown weary of words. Just like you, Thomas.
Why are you here?
Does it worry you that I'm a woman?
A sharp rap on the door. It opened and Ratched entered.
344.
I turned back to the woman in black.
Are you two?
She was nowhere to be seen. Ratched crossed the room, picked the gun up from the pillow, and held it out to me.
Wait a minute.
He smiled.
That's what they all say.
I took the gun, slowly raised it.
Thomas, talk to me. Tom, what have you taken? Thomas.
10 minutes, no longer.
Thank you. The first time I saw you was in the cafe, eating a fig. You turned and smiled at me, asked me if I like figs.
Some people don't.
You held one out to me.
They're my favourite fruit.
It was still warm from your hand. You came and sat beside me.
I'm Thomas.
Lizzie.
Do you want another tea?
No, thanks.
Another fig?
I haven't finished this one.
Another life?
You're a strange man.
Kiss me.
I've missed you.
In Flaw in the Motor, Dust in the Blood by Trevor Preston, Thomas was played by Rory Kinnear, Lizzie by Janice Acquah, Dr. Klein by Susan Engel, and Amy by Fenella Woolgar. Peter was Paul Ryder, Nita, Manjeet Mann, Ratched, Inam Mirza, and Dr. Beard, Jonathan Tafler. The director was Toby Swift.